Well, heidi ho, good neighbors, and welcome back to the Back Porch Farmer. Today we're actually sitting out on the front porch and still enjoying this mid to high 30s weather here in the 17th day of April 2020. We're about 26 days into spring, and it feels like about the 26th day of January. So anyway, we're still just waiting around for the sun to shine. It's supposed to. The weather predictors are saying that today is the last cold day, and starting tonight, well, overnight it's still going to be down, I guess, below 32. So starting tomorrow, it will be up in the high 50s, and then up into the mid to high 60s, and almost to 70 about 3 days from now. So hoping for some sunshine and some heat, some warmer weather, get those bales cooking out back, because we're all just kind of sit around twiddling our thumbs. Well, anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today a little bit, had a couple of people comment yesterday about the clear totes that I mentioned about using a tote, storage tote for to make a small greenhouse out of. So what we're doing here, we're talking about these fellas right here. And so I got this idea. Again, this is not an original thought on my part. I don't have very many of those. Saw another video when I was scrolling through, on YouTube, a bunch of gardening videos and gardening related, homesteading. And so a young fellow was talking about taking these totes, and by the way, totes are used for many things garden related. People actually take them, they fill them full of dirt, plant in them, they compost in them. People actually will have a worm farm, in them, and it's really amazing. I mean, this one lady, her video channel, she shows she has multiple worm farms in these totes in her basement. I don't think that my better half, Miss Tara Suzanne, would probably go for that. She's a wonderful gal. She's agreeable to about anything I want to try or do, which shows you right there how patient she is. But I have to say, without asking her, that she's probably going to draw the line at me trying to raise worms in totes in my workroom in the basement. So anyway, I want to show you, take a closer look at this one here. So anyway, the video showed the fellow was talking about he got these totes, and these here that I've got are they're 106 gallon, which I think is kind of an odd size, but that's what they are. I got them at the local Dollar General. They're a little bit more. They're $12 a piece because of the size of them. And so anyway, the guy on the video just explained about how you turn them upside down. You put your plants actually on the bottom side of the lid, and then he said you go and you need to poke holes in the top and all around all the sides. You can see this, and just to let air and water in. And so I thought, okay, well, might be a clever idea, something to try to get some of these seeds of mine to germinate and come up a little faster than they had been, because until the last week or so they haven't been doing all that well. Well, me being the guy that always has to do some kind of a comparison test or a little experiment, I bought 3 of them actually, and so I've used 2 here, and as you just saw, I poked holes in this one here, but the one over here has no holes, because I thought when I started this out, my dad had a greenhouse out on our farm in Elkhart, and I don't recall him ever poking any holes in the plastic, Now, it wasn't airtight, of course, so there was air getting in there, but I thought, you know, do we really have to poke holes in a $12 tote that I could use for, you know, maybe I want to plant something in it or compost or something like that later on. And so this one here has no holes in it. Well, to compensate for the lack of air in it, I put 2 bricks in each one to weigh them down. That was another one of my wife's ideas. It was kind of windy several nights ago, and I was afraid they're going to blow away out on the back patio. So she said, hey, why don't you just put a couple of bricks in? So I did. Well, they also double, as you can see, to let a little air in here. I raise up one end and just put the brick in there so there's air getting underneath. And these are the good totes, you know, like I say, they're $12 they need it, but they have the locking handles here, so they're pretty secure. So, what's happening so far? Almost fell off the step there. This one with the holes poked in it. Now these items were planted back on the 4th, so that's been 13 days ago. As you can see, so far there's nothing going. There's a little fuzzy mold growing in that one, but there's nothing else. And of course we've had, again, we're lacking in warm sunny days, so like my seeds in the pots indoors, these are lacking, you know, sunlight out here too. However, if you take a look, I'm kind of proud of this. If you take a look at the one with no holes, well, la-di-da, looky here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the seeds have actually germinated and sprouted, so I know this is a limited sample here, but I would have to say you probably don't have to poke holes in a $12 tote to make your little greenhouse work. And so I'm going to continue this and see how it turns out. But I have a third tote on the out on the back porch, so I won't be poking any holes in it either. And I may I'm going to end up planting some stuff in these later on. But it's just interesting to see how this is working so far. And you know, like I said, lack of sun and heat probably has a lot. I'm sure it has a lot to do with it, mostly do because I've actually had to take these totes inside. They've been sitting in here in the living room, right inside the front door, for the last 2 or 3 days. Haven't had to water them because condensation is still forming inside, you know, and forming up and watering the little pots themselves. So pretty much maintenance free, just having to move them around a little bit. And so I'll continue with that and just see how that works out. So anyway, I just wanted to come and show you that. You know, I hope that answers anybody's questions. It's pretty simple. You know, I would say right now, if you try this, you don't need to poke any holes in it. Just be sure you raise up and let some air in it a couple times a day, and keep it where it can get some sun. You know, I mean, these were sitting outside until it got cold. I had to bring them in. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Hope you're all still doing well in the quarantine. I think we're up to day 27 or 28, and trying to do some work at home now for my job. And so anyway, I hope you're all doing well and doing well. Your family, everybody in your family is healthy, and God bless. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.